Hey guys, welcome back to another video. You don't know what say, you're tuned in to the Schooner fam. I'm your girl Stacy and Tim is somewhere hiding. I just wanna shout out to myself for redoing my hair, looking fabulous as per usual, and just got my nails done today. First set, red, the Valentine's Day vibes. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. This video, however, is about what Tim and I do for a living. Question is, are we scammers? Are we in forex trading? Am I a stripper? So many things. Why is this stethoscope doing around my neck? Am I a doctor, a nurse? Well, if you want to find out, you gotta stick around. If you see me looking down, it's because I have some pointers here on this phone. But yeah, so I am a personal support worker. I know you guys are probably like, oh my gosh, what does that mean? I forgot to mention that a personal support worker is someone who helps the elderly with their activities of daily living. I'm just gonna explain to those who don't really know. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about my job and some of the stuff I do at work. So first of all, to become a personal support worker, you have to have patience. That's like one of the key things you should have. Patience. If you don't have patience and compassion, this job ain't for you. Not for you. So don't even think about going to school for it. Not for you. Second thing on my list, you got to be an active listener. I know sometimes what the residents are talking about doesn't really make any sense, but the fact that they have someone there to listen to them, it's a huge deal because, at least someone cares, someone is listening. Before I get into the other pointers, I just gotta say that I'm currently working in a long-term care home. So if you're a PSW in Canada or wherever, you get the option to work in a hospital, a retirement home, or a long-term care home. Long-term care home, I think, is the hardest out of the three or the other two that I just mentioned, because long-term care home is like the last stage of life. So that's their final stop, their final destination. So when a resident comes into a long-term care home, there is no going back home, if you know what I'm saying. If you're liking this video so far, just give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. The next thing on my list is you got to be prepared every day when you come into work, because sometimes, because we're short on personal support workers in Canada, we can be short at work. So there's always like 2 PSWs in one unit. So if there's a call in, sometimes you're by yourself or you're with someone for 4 hours. So you got to prepare yourself mentally for that kind of stuff, because it's hard to take care of 18 residents, because that's the amount of residents that's on my floor right now, all by yourself. It's so hard. So you gotta be prepared every day, mentally too. You gotta be prepared since behaviors, because all of the residents in the nursing home is unique in their own ways. So Jerry might have Alzheimer's, or Michael might have dementia. Like, it's all different. So everyone is gonna have different kinds of behavior in a similar way, if that makes sense. So you gotta be prepared mentally too for those behaviors, because you gotta know what to do in certain situation, and also you gotta be prepared emotionally, because just imagine you've been taking care of this person every single day for the past 5 years, and then one day the person is like gone, they're dead. Like that hits you emotionally. Honestly, every time one of my residents die, I cry. And it's not just me, it's like other people I work with. I was just gonna touch on the different diagnosis of my residents, but I already kind of touched on that earlier. Like I was saying, some of my people have Alzheimer's, dementia, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's. Is that you should treat everyone equally in their own unique way. Like no two people are the same. Like I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. Like no two people are the same. Treat everyone equally, treat them good. Always respect their dignity, and if they're independent, you should like find ways for them to maintain their independence. So say for instance, Johnny can put his socks on, but you know Johnny can put his socks on. You don't have to put Johnny's socks on if you know he can put it on. Because if you started putting his socks on, then he's gonna not have that independence again. So you gotta learn how to help them to maintain their independence in a good way and give them like a certain preference. So as simple as choosing a shirt. If you're getting someone up and ready for the day, give them their choices. Like give them a purple shirt and a green shirt and be like, hey, which shirt do you want? So they know they still have that, power to make their own choice, and their privacy. Simple as just closing the door behind you when you're doing care. And safety. Always make sure these people are safe, because if something happens, girl, you're gonna be in a lot of shit. But yeah, and then the last thing on my list is always keep your promises. So if Johnny asks you for a cup of water, just know that, just remember, because sometimes things can get busy and you forget things. Just remember to go back and give Johnny his cup of water, because he cannot go and get it himself, or else he wouldn't have asked you. If you guys are like this video and want to know more about my job, you can comment below, and then we'll now welcome Tim to tell y'all a little bit about his job. He doesn't do anything at work anyways.
Not true. Okay, so I work for a company called TG, which is Toyota Gossi. So basically, we're a supplier for plastic parts for Toyotas. So our main car that we'll deal with in our factory is the RAV4. We also deal with a bit of Lexus, but yeah, mostly the RAV4. So I've had about 4 or 5 different positions at this factory. Currently, right now, I'm a TPS technician. So TPS stands for Toyota Production System. Basically, our job is to create the stations in which the assembly workers build the parts, which eventually get shipped to Toyota and then are put onto the cars. So yeah, we build the stations, and then we build the racks in which they transport the parts to each separate station. And we just, create like the whole process of how they do it. And it's our job to essentially reduce waste, and then just make it as easy as possible and as efficient as possible. So we go through like different processes, and we basically look at the best option, and then we try and make it work and try to design the stations in order for it to work in that way. We also repair those stations as well. So we constantly are getting like floor calls that we have to go out and repair something, because obviously you want everything to be working right so then they can get their parts out in time and whatnot. Yeah, that's basically all I can say really about my job. Like, we do a lot of work. Not as much as this one here, but it's kind of hard to explain like some of the things we get ourselves into.
Yeah, it's very complicated. Just to add to what I've been saying before, I am not a nurse yet. However, my long-term plan is to go back to school and become a nurse. It's always my dream to become a nurse ever since I was younger.
I don't think we pointed out. So she's wearing what she would wear
To work.
to work. So she
Yeah.
has her scrub top,
Except for this.
scrub pants. Yeah, she
Yeah.
uses stuff.
My scrub. Sorry. There. Sorry, I'm barefooted.
And
Yeah.
then I always wear shorts. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, so there's my leg. So yeah, I always wear shorts in the factory. I've only ever worn pants twice, and it was way too hot, so I've always worn shorts. And then I have my TG shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, these are like the clothes we literally wear
To work.
to work. So
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yes.
And don't forget to hit that red subscribe button.
please
I'm begging you.
don't forget to like,
Share,
comment.
subscribe.
You already said that. And put on post notifications.
I gotta remind them twice. Yeah.
And don't forget to tell your friends about us.
Yeah. Tell a friend to tell
We're
a friend.
great.
Like we're popping.
Yeah.
Like. And we'll see you guys another time. Bye.
Bye.